Hey everyone, Kane here. Today we will talk a little about a unit that everyone thought was quite strong due to the buffs he could provide, but for most of the time in the game he did not provide anything that was written in his descriptions. Recently he has been fixed, or rather I would like to call it reworked, all because in both the Chinese and the Korean version it only gives health percent bonus buffs, which is quite a huge surprise that they did something like this. This makes our version just a little bit more special. Many tests have been done in the past, and all of them had proven that the unit does not work as the descriptions had provided, but now the skills do in fact work. However, they only work on your frontline units. It does not work on any backline units, even if you place something like Devil, who's essentially an offensive frontline unit, in the two backline columns. He will not receive any of the buffs provided by the Dwarf. The Dwarf will only buff the units to the side of him and in front of him, or behind him if you place him in the very front column. These are the few buffs that currently Dwarf provides: health, unit damage, defense percentages, and to follow that up there is another passive on him that increases this howl and adds more health, unit damage, and attack speed. Basically, anyone around him does more damage, attacks faster, and is a lot tankier. When units receive buffs, you can see that with every buff they increase in their size, as shown here in this clip. One buff would never make a unit double its size. So most, if not all of these buffs now do in fact work. I have not tested the attack speed one, but since most of them do work, I am sure that this will as well. Now you might wonder, why would I make a video on this unit since this is just a 9x and probably irrelevant to most of us? Well, this unit can, in a sense, break the game. By break, there is a way to buff 5 units every fight with him, instead of 3 around him. However, it does in fact require some specific units that may not be easily accessible for free-to-play players. But even if this unit would buff 4 instead of 5, that would still be huge, considering what you would be buffing. In this picture here, you can see how you can buff 5 units at the same time, but there is a small catch. You can buff any unit that is adjacent to the Dwarf, but not all units can be buffed in the corners as shown in the picture. Some of us have tested that the only units able to be buffed in those corners are 1x units such as Dendroid, Devil, Behemoth, Black Dragon, and so on, and 4x units such as Naga, Physic Elemental, and Earth Elemental. We have tried a few more 4x units, but they did not seem to get buffed in those two corners. And yes, this is still a 9x unit, and it will in fact die first or fast depending what your formation is, but heroes such as Crag Hack may come into play in some servers. Many free-to-play players are not able to get a faction leader who may make formations have good synergy, but Crag Hack does not require specific units aside from offensive, defensive, and charging ones. I will try to cover this fully in another video, try to form Crag Hack suitable formation if there are any people who would be interested in playing such. In conclusion, the Dwarf buffs may not look huge to you, but with the right units and Crag Hack upgraded, I can pretty much see as being a future meta formation. I will be upgrading my own Dwarf to 6 stars, as well as saving my universal shards for upgrading Crag Hack for some fun formations for the future. And please note, this is still not tested, and if anyone can and has Dwarf and Crag Hack upgraded, please do indeed do some tests and let me know or provide some replays. so we can show here on this channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay safe.